Hey y'all, you're listening to the Correctional Junkie podcast, where we talk about healing, survival, and the human side of working behind the walls. I'm your host, Nurse B, and this is episode 32, Expressing, Not Suppressing. Let's be real, most of us were taught to suck it up. Don't cry, don't talk about it, don't let anyone see you struggle. And over time, that becomes normal. But here's the truth. What we don't express, we suppress. And what we suppress eventually explodes. In today's episode, Expressing, Not Suppressing, we're talking about how to release what's been bottled up in ways that are safe, healthy, and free. Because you can't heal from what you keep hiding. The cost of suppression. When you're constantly exposed to stress, trauma, or conflict, you start storing these emotions like files in a cabinet, right? Until there's no more room. That's when you see the outbursts, the shutdowns, the burnout. Signs of emotional suppression. Now y'all listen to these signs. You might notice them in yourself or in another coworker. Snapping over small things. Feeling numb or detached. Avoiding certain people or conversations. Physical symptoms. Headache, fatigue, body tension. I used to think staying quiet made me strong, but really it made me heavy. My silence was breaking me. I wasn't strong, I was suffocating. Y'all hear me? So why expression is healing? Expressing emotions releases your mental and your physical pressure. It allows processing instead of storage, right? It's not about drama. It's about detox. Now, we talk about detox with alcoholics and drug addicts. But yeah, we need detox too from our emotional release of mental and physical pressure. Emotional release makes room for peace, clarity, and connection. Think about it like this. Emotions are like water. When they flow, they stay clean. When they're blocked, they turn toxic. Expression is how we keep the water flowing. Y'all heard that? Expression is how we keep the water flowing. Because, a lot of us need a way to release what we are suppressing. You be wanting to, and I get why some people do it, because you don't want to lose your job. Okay, one, right? Because you could really express yourself, but it may not come out the way it's supposed to, right? Because you mad, you angry, right? So you might come out way too hard. So my thing was always, I have nothing good to say. I ain't gonna say nothing at all. Just be quiet. But that's not always good, right? So here's where it gets practical. Expression doesn't always mean talking. It can look like movement, writing, creativity, or even silence, as long as it's intentional. Now, journaling or voice notes, like writing down your thoughts, no filter. So don't filter, use no filter. Just write freely. Write freely. Use your phone's voice recorder to talk it out privately. Because sometimes, y'all, a lot of us talk to ourselves, okay? So It's okay. Record yourself. Record it. Talking, having a conversation. Sometimes saying it out loud is the release you need, right? Another thing you could do is art, music, or creative outlets. Paint, draw, sing, play an instrument, or create a digital art. These are forms that give you emotion, a shape, and voice. I know people who couldn't say what they felt, but they wrote poems or lyrics that said everything. That's expression. That's survival art. I mean, why y'all think music is so big, right? Music industry is humongous. Why? Because people are writing lyrics on about what's on their mind, what's bothering them, what they want people to know, right? And so it resonates with so many of us, depending on the song, right? And what's going on in your day, right? So this is why music is huge. Another thing why y'all need to teach this to you. Once again, I'm going back to your babies. Teach your babies this, right? Because they go through a lot at school with these children. So teach them this. Teach them, hey, whatever, write it down. Just put it on paper. Don't worry about saying anything inappropriate. Put on paper what's going on in your head, what you're thinking, or you record it, and let me hear it later. You record it, get it off your chest. As I say, get it off your chest. Y'all, that's why I created this podcast. So y'all get off y'all chest, okay? So just keep that in mind. Therapy, peer support. You know, you can talk to somebody, train, and listen, help you process safely. Because you might be really going through some real traumatized stuff that, you know, if somebody else hasn't been through it, they might not understand, okay? Peer support or staff wellness programs can be a good start. You don't have to carry the whole story along. Sometimes speaking, it breaks the power it has over you. And this is why we have to talk and open our mouth, right? A silent mouth doesn't help anybody. It doesn't. As I was always told, a closed mouth don't get fed, okay? That's an old saying, but it's a true saying. A closed mouth does not get fed, okay? Crying, laughing, screaming, safely though, right? Don't cause no, you know, people like, what the hell going on with them? Okay? But it's okay to cry. It's okay to scream in your car. Those are emotional resets. They're not weakness, y'all. It's just a reset. Crying doesn't make you fragile. It means your heart is detoxing. Even laughter is a form of emotional release. It says the body saying, I survived this moment. And that's important, right? So you got 4 healthy ways to express. Let me go over them again. Journaling, art with music or creative outlet, therapy or peer support, crying, laughing, or screaming, safely though, okay? So I remember one officer who came to me after years of bottling up grief. He said he hadn't cried since his first year on the job, even after losing friends, co-workers, and family. But one day, it all caught up. He broke down during a training video. He said, it scared me how good it felt to finally let it out. Now that was healing, y'all. That's not weakness. That was his turning point. When you release emotions in a safe space, you don't lose control. You gain it back. Now, let's try something simple together. I want you to take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. And think about one emotion you've been holding in. Now, name it out loud, even if it's just a whisper. Anger, fear, sadness, exhaustion. Say it again. Now imagine letting it flow away with your breath. You can't heal what you refuse to name. Do y'all hear me? You can't heal what you refuse to name. Now, I have 3 questions. Get a paper pen out, or you can just, stop the audio. But I want you to write these answers down or voice record them privately, okay? I'm encouraging my listeners to do this. 1, what emotions have you been suppressing lately? 2, how does your body react when you hold things in? 3, what's one healthy way you can express yourself this week? I'm going to go back over the questions again so you can write them down, or, unless you got the entire question. What emotions have you been suppressing lately? How does your body react when you hold things in? What's one healthy way you can express yourself this week? These are all important. These are 3 really great questions, right? To answer to yourself privately, of course. And like I said, you got the expressing healthy ways of what you can do to just take that one thing, one healthy way, and start utilize it this week yourself, okay? Because expression is strength. It's the bridge between pain and healing. You don't owe anyone perfection, but you owe yourself release. So stop hiding your emotions behind your badge, your title, or your fear. You're human, and your feelings are valid. Did you hear that? You're human, and your feelings are valid. Now, I'm going back to your babies. Teach your babies this. Teach your babies this. Because some of y'all know y'all got some kids, honey, that's off the chain. Okay? All right? Y'all know. These your kids. You go home to them every day and look at them and talk to them. And they need a different way to express what's going on with them. So you need to give that to them. You owe that to them. If they don't want to talk to you, okay. They want to seek out peer support, okay. Well, guess what? Give them some art, some music. Give them a creative outlet. A lot of kids like to paint and draw and sing or play an instrument, right? So, figure it out which one your kid like to do. And some of y'all got some writers on your hands, okay? Some of y'all got some writers on your hands. And some of y'all got some children that like to scream and cry. And others, y'all have the ones that are the jokesters in the house. They love to laugh, right? Laughter is their thing. So whichever one is your kid or children, find something healthy for them, a healthy way for them to express when they are feeling some kind of way, right? Because like I said, when they're not expressing themselves, they're suppressing it. And that's when it gets blocked and it turns toxic. That's how these school shootings happen. Y'all keep saying, oh, school shootings. Y'all know the hell why they happening. Because these children don't know how to express themselves emotionally. They suppressing it. So because they suppressing it, it's blocked. And it turns what? Toxic. So what do? They reach for a negative coping skill. Because you ain't taught them no positive ones. So they look at the negative ones. And that's where I'm going to shoot up the school and everybody going to feel my pain. Because they in pain. Okay? So if you want to help your babies, here you go. Teach them these coping skills. Y'all can sit down and listen to them together. Do them together. But help your babies to express and stop suppressing. Okay? Because suppressing is only doing what? Hurting more and more people. More and more kids are being traumatized. More and more kids are being murdered at the hands of another child. Right? And because of what? Because of what? Now, it be because of stuff that you and I as adults say, oh, that's just stupid. That's just dumb. I don't know what the hell they think about. Yeah, to us. But to that kid was really in pain. That kid was really hurting. I don't know what's going on at their house. But that parent knows. And these are positive coping skills that you can teach your babies. Your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins, okay? Don't forget about them babies too. You can teach them. Teach them, help them. Because you know what? When children learn something that worked for them, they share it with other children. Just like they share bad stuff, they share good stuff too. So we got to start projecting the good stuff onto our kids so that our kids will say, hey, when they see another kid hurting, they can say, hey, I've got some things that might work for you to help you. If you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. But let's do some things to help you to break it down, to get back in the good space. Okay? Come on. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. These are our kids, our future. If we don't get this under control, we don't have anybody to take care of us when we old, okay? We just not. Because everybody going to be dead or locked up or both. So we have to help our young people. If this episode spoke to your heart, share it with someone who's been holding too much inside. Follow Correction Journey for the next episode. Building support systems, yes. Where we talk about how real connections can help you heal faster and stronger. Don't forget, that is why I created this podcast. It is for anyone that wants to share, that feel like I got some things going on that's been bothering me at this corrections. Corrections is hard. You know, it's a beast of its own. And it's a beast that is sometimes tameable, but mostly untameable. And you just don't know. When you walk in on a day-to-day, you don't know what your day going to be like. You pray, hey, I have a great day, but that don't always be your outcome. You know, things happen beyond our control. So we have to have healthy ways to express ourselves and to offload this. And this is why I am doing these 10 episodes on positive coping skills to give us all a little bit more than what we get at work, to have a little bit more more choices to say, you know what, that don't work for me, but you know what, this right here might work for me. And then you know what, if you start to use these coping skills and you see that it's working for you, drop me an email. Hey, Nurse B, thank you. Thanks for that. I needed that. I didn't even know I needed that, but thank you. Share it. Say, I want to come on your podcast. I want to share how these coping skills helping me. You know, or just share it with somebody else that might need it. Because we all need support from each other. We all need a way to release. Okay? Until the next time, I really want us to be on top of it.